Here's the deal. $1 billion lands in your account today. In exchange, for the next 12 months, your body is going to be hit with a lineup of the rarest, strangest diseases ever documented. When the year is up, every symptom disappears, your body resets, and the money is still yours. Before you say yes, let's go through exactly what you'd be signing up for. 1. Your skin turns against water. You develop aquagenic urticaria, a genuine water allergy. Any contact with water triggers small, intensely itchy hives that stick around for 30 minutes to 2 hours. It doesn't matter what kind of water either. Top water, rain, pool water, your own sweat, even your own tears will set it off. Wash your hands and those hands are itching for the next 2 hours. Get caught in a light sweat and now your whole torso is inflamed. Here's the unsettling part. Doctors still don't fully know why it happens. Most allergic reactions occur because your immune system locks onto a specific protein, like the proteins in peanuts, but water has no protein to target. The leading theory is that water is reacting with some existing substance on your skin and turning it into an allergen in the process. Because nobody's identified what that substance is, there's no cure, only symptom management with antihistamines.
This condition is so rare that fewer than 100 cases have ever been documented worldwide. Your soft tissue starts turning into bone. This one is called fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, or FOP, sometimes nicknamed Stone Man syndrome. It's caused by a mutation in the ACVR1 gene, which normally keeps bone growth switched off unless it's needed for healing. In FOP, that switch gets stuck in the on position.
The result, muscles, tendons, and ligaments slowly calcify into solid bone, usually starting around the neck and shoulders and spreading from there. The cruelest twist is that the body treats its own repair response as the enemy. A bruise, an injection, even a minor fall can trigger a new wave of bone growth in soft tissue that should never ossify. There's no cure. Treatment is essentially damage control. Avoid all unnecessary trauma, injections, and surgery, because those are often exactly what triggers the next flare-up. FOP affects roughly 1 in 2 million people, with only a few hundred confirmed cases known worldwide. 3. A disease born from a funeral ritual. This next one isn't caused by a virus, bacteria, or a random mutation. It came from a cultural practice. You've got Kuru, a fatal brain disease once found among the 4 people of Papua New Guinea. It spread through a mourning ritual in which relatives consumed the tissue of the deceased, including brain tissue, as a way of honoring them. Over the following months, you'd experience tremors, then a steady breakdown in coordination and balance, slurred speech, and unpredictable fits of laughter, which is exactly why it picked up the nickname, the laughing sickness. The cause is a misfolded protein called a prion, the same category of infectious agent responsible for mad cow disease. Prions aren't even alive. They simply force normal, healthy proteins nearby to misfold the same way, and the damage spreads outward from there. In real cases, Kuru attacks the cerebellum specifically, which is why balance and coordination are usually the first things to go. The ritual that spread Kuru ended by the 1950s and 60s, so the disease is now essentially extinct. 4. You lose the ability to sleep, permanently. Not insomnia in the everyday sense, a total, escalating inability to sleep at all. This is fatal familial insomnia, a prion disease that attacks the thalamus, the part of your brain that regulates your sleep cycle, along with automatic functions like heart rate and temperature control. Over the course of a year, it would progress in stages: mild trouble sleeping at first, then a complete loss of the ability to sleep, followed by vivid, panic-inducing hallucinations, and eventually a dementia-like mental decline, all while your body simultaneously loses control of your heart rate, temperature regulation, and sweating. It's fatal typically within about a year to 18 months of the first symptoms, because the human body simply cannot function indefinitely without any sleep. It's caused by an inherited mutation in the PRNP gene, and it's currently known to run in somewhere between about 40 and 70 families worldwide. 5. Your body ages roughly 7 times faster than normal. This is progeria, more precisely, Hutchinson-Gilford progeria syndrome. Over the next year, your body would begin aging at a dramatically accelerated rate, hair thinning and falling out, skin growing thin and wrinkled, and your cardiovascular system starting to behave like it belongs to someone decades older, all while your mind, memory, and personality stay completely unchanged. It's caused by a mutation in the LMNA gene, which normally produces a protein that helps stabilize the nucleus inside every cell in your body. When that protein is faulty, cells become structurally unstable and break down far faster than they should, essentially aging the entire body from the inside out. In real patients, most don't survive past their early to mid-teens, usually due to heart attacks or strokes, the same cardiovascular failures you'd expect in someone in their 80s or 90s. It occurs in roughly 1 in 4 million births, with only a few hundred known cases worldwide at any given time. Nearly every system in your body starts failing at once. This is Alström syndrome, caused by a mutation affecting tiny hair-like structures called cilia that sit on almost every cell in your body and help those cells communicate and function properly. Over the year, you'd experience gradually blurring and fading vision from damage to the light-sensing cells in your eyes, progressive hearing loss, rapid weight gain, and insulin resistance that pushes your body toward diabetes, all while your heart and kidneys come under increasing strain. Managing this condition takes an entire team of specialists working together, since no single doctor can handle vision, hearing, metabolic, and organ complications happening simultaneously. Around 1,200 cases have been identified worldwide to date. 7. The rarest of them all. This is ribose 5-phosphate isomerase deficiency, or RPI deficiency, widely considered one of the rarest diseases ever documented in humans. For the year, your body would struggle to properly process a sugar molecule called ribose 5-phosphate through something called the pentose phosphate pathway, a process your cells normally depend on to generate energy and protect themselves from oxidative damage. Without it functioning properly, your cells, especially in your brain and nervous system, become energy-starved and vulnerable, potentially triggering seizures, muscle weakness, and cognitive fog as nerve cells struggle to keep up. In the more than 2 decades since this disorder was first identified, only a small handful of cases, as few as 3 or 4, have ever been confirmed worldwide, which means doctors still don't fully understand how it behaves over the long term. There simply aren't enough patients to study. Now stack all 7 on top of each other. Individually, each of these is devastating. Combined, it becomes something closer to a chain reaction. Fatal familial insomnia leaves you sweating uncontrollably as your nervous system loses the ability to regulate your body temperature. But now that sweat sets off your water allergy, covering you in hives every time. Kuru and RPI deficiency both attack your balance and muscle strength and can trigger seizures, which means repeated falls. And because you also have FOP, every hard fall or muscle injury risks triggering new unwanted bone growth. As Alström syndrome steadily takes your sight and hearing, avoiding those falls becomes nearly impossible. Meanwhile, your joints are stiffening from the accelerated aging of progeria, while FOP is simultaneously locking them in place with new bone. Your jaw and neck could freeze up entirely, just as the 2 brain diseases make coordinating swallowing and speech harder, turning eating, drinking, even clearing your throat into a genuine struggle. Then your chest starts to stiffen. FOP prevents it from expanding properly. Alström syndrome weakens your heart, and progeria hardens your arteries. Your lungs can't pull in enough air, and your heart is less and less able to move that oxygen through your body. Even getting treated becomes dangerous. The seizures, diabetes, heart strain, kidney damage, and mental decline all demand constant medical intervention. But the injections, surgery, and physical handling that intervention requires are exactly the kind of trauma that makes FOP worse. So, knowing everything that's coming, would you still take the $1 billion? Let me know in the comments.